It is time now for It's Your Business. Witnessing a disaster can make you stop and think of all the things you should have done to prepare for an unexpected event. Boy, with Idahoans being evacuated and facing the possibility that their homes and belongings may burn, it's a good time to address things that you can do to be prepared as much as possible for such a disaster. Alexandria Kincaid, formerly Alexandria Strike, just got married recently. Did you say on Monday?
Last Monday.
Last Monday. Well, new name for her, but we always rely on Alexandria as an estate and business planning attorney in Boise. Some of the things we can talk about. As far as being prepared, a couple of days ago we talked about businesses, what the kind of their takeaway that they can have from seeing these evacuations going on around our state due to fires. You want to talk about the personal preparation.
Right, because we all know, we've heard it over and over again, the old adage, keep your documents safe. Your marriage certificates, your birth certificates, your social security cards, deeds, those things we want to keep in a safe deposit box, but technology allows us to use some innovative tools. So you can scan those documents in. They don't have to be off-site in a safe deposit box. Keep them in a safe. If the safe doesn't hold up during a fire, at least you have an electronic copy to keep you started. You can have your insurance policy in there with your insurance agent on there. And lots of people are using cloud-based servers nowadays as well. So store everything off-site and use the technology that we have today.
Are there professionals, if you don't have some of the ability to scan it and the cloud service and everything like that, are there professionals you can go to help you out with that?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kinko's will even scan things for you. I'm pretty sure they used to do that, and they're doing it now.
Because what a great idea. Because if you don't have this information to start out with, and you've been part of a disaster,
it's going to be that much harder. And I have, you know, I do a lot of gun law too. So I have clients who have registered firearms that requires paperwork. They can scan that in and have it on their cell phone. If you remove the guns, there's one step to evacuation, but you also have your paperwork and you don't have to flit around looking for that.
Wow, checklist on that one. I mean, because you just don't know. I mean, any kind of fire could hit, flooding, anything else. Okay, we're talking about being prepared. Let's go to the next step. Okay. You talked about legal documents right there. Learn what to do if you are advised to evacuate.
Right. Planning is key. You know, I'm a planner. So learn what steps you could take ahead of time. Where would you go? Real simple question. You don't have to make 100 phone calls when you're in the midst of an emergency. You know where you're going to go. You know what your kids are going to do. You're reviewing this with your kids every 6 months. Make sure they know who to call, how to check in with you, and where to meet up.
How about some of those things you really need to know, which really starts with your insurance coverage and keeping that up to date? Is
your insurance coverage adequate? Most people will buy a policy and let years go by before they ever look at it again. You might buy something new, a piano, more guns, more, you know, something that value in your home. Some people are stockpiling gold. Do you have insurance to cover that? Do you have, you know, what has changed in your life, and you should review that on an annual basis.
And yearly basis then for that. Okay, how about if you are caring for a loved one who might have a disability?
Have off-site. If you know where you're going to go, if you are evacuated, have off-site whatever that person may need. Have an extra wheelchair, have some extra medication, have a sleeping apparatus. Whatever the person with a disability requires on a day-to-day basis, everything you can set up ahead of time is going to make surviving and going through that emergency that much easier.
And real quick, I'm going to talk about this real quick because we saw this where you need to shut off some of your utilities yourself for safety and safety of the firefighters.
Don't make a dangerous situation worse. Think of the first responders, turn off your utilities, know how to do that, and here's key, you might know how to do it, you don't need to spend 15 minutes looking for a wrench. Have that in a location where you can find it and not waste time looking for the proper tools.
Wow. Good stuff. Alexandria Kincaid.
Thank you.
Yes. We will be back with more of the news at noon.